Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. And we got a nice little New Holland baler, a John Deere tractor, and we're making some straw bales so we can make some total mixed rations eventually. It's step 2 of step 3. We're just waiting for the silage to ferment. We also have our New Holland in the field that we did last episode where I did the chopped straw. I got him cultivating that field. And he's got to cultivate all the fields at this point. But I wanted to start with that one just to make sure the chopped straw mod was working right. And it seems to be working just fine. I'll show you in a second. It's actually putting down a layer, well not, it's not putting down a layer of fertilization, it's acting like a layer of fertilization. Let me just finish up this row here. So if you go to our map, you can see our course play working going to town. You can see we're getting a fertilization stage going there. We won't in these two fields obviously because well, we did straw swaths, so we can get straw. I really probably should have done straw swath in that third field because, well, you know, we need stuff. The farm is kind of new, but we have enough straw from these fields to satisfy our needs for at least a year. Well, maybe not a year, but at least through winter. Man, even this John Deere is struggling with the baler going up this hill. But it was good to see, just to make sure the chopped straw mod was working, which it is. So now we know. I thought it was on this map. I just couldn't remember if it was or wasn't. It's been a while since I did the preview, and I read the patch notes, not the patch notes, but the notes for the map. Yep, I'm just going everywhere on these. But it'll get done. I just want to get this done before it starts raining. And clear out these fields so we can get the New Holland cultivating these fields as well. And then we'll get him working to seeding the fields with something. And what are you slipping on, dude? It's hard to find good help these days. If I don't get this little piece of straw, it's going to annoy me. Okay, looks like the course player figured it out. Or maybe not. And it's one of the trees. One of the trees. Alright, we'll have to help him out here. Because he can't figure out the tree. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. Yeah, that tree is a pickle, isn't it? Let's see if I do this button. Now if I go to continue on the course, hopefully. Alright, John Deere's still running, so it looks like problem solved for now. But we need to get these fields cleared out so our New Holland can keep on working. Now, last episode I just recorded last night, and now I'm recording this morning for this episode. But while I was laying in bed trying to fall asleep, I was thinking how to do this, because I would like a bigger Seadrill, but then again, we need a bigger tractor. That New Holland may be sold. Nothing wrong with the New Holland. I mean, it's a great tractor. But for what this farm is going to be, for all the big fields and the hills that we have, yeah, one of these tractors would have to be sold. I don't want to sell the John Deere, because it's always good to have at least two tractors that can do the same task, if that makes sense. So really, that New Holland can't run this baler at all. It's not going to be able to haul that the Joskin trailer. It's only good for the small equipment that we have, and the small equipment's going to be going bye-bye at some point. So the only thing that New Holland would probably be good at would be, you know, loading up bales for the sheep or the pallets for the wool. So at that point, you know, it's like, okay, well, let's keep the John Deere, and what we'll do is we'll sell the New Holland and get a bigger tractor that can handle the Seadrill. So, and I'm trying to remember how much horsepower the Seadrill needed. I want to say, was it 260? Oh, that's going to bug me now. So, the Seadrill I'm looking to get, if I can find them. There we go. Okay, it's actually 96 grand for that. Is this one right here? So it's 270 horsepower. So with the hills we got around here, whew, you may want a 350 horse tractor. So if we sell one New Holland for another, now there's a T6. I think it's probably going to need maybe the T7. Yeah, the T7 would be big enough. So if I click on the T7, I can get a bigger engine. I wonder if the 313 horse is going to be big enough. I know it sounds weird, so it's, what was it, 280, the 313, with hills. Let's see, we'll just say it's 244. If I go up to the T8, wow, it sounds like a big machine, doesn't it? So 320. So it's 100 horsepower more for the hills. So it's for another 60 grand. I get the, so I think it might have to be the T8. Yeah. I don't know what you guys think, but with the hills around here, yeah, that might be something that we have to do. Okay, let's just do another example. So like this baler. Just so you can see what the hills do to things. This baler requires 185 horse. And we got the... no, wrong one. So we got the John Deere with 245 horse. Yes, so that's what we got. So when you see this thing go up hills and struggle a little bit, and we got, what we got, 50 extra horsepower going up the hills, and this thing struggles a little bit, you can kind of see why if we get that horse seeder, an extra 100 horsepower is probably just about what we would need. So the seeder was what, like 100 grand, and the tractor was like 280, so we need like another 400 grand to buy the Seadrill and the T8. Now we kind of got 60 grand now, but yeah, that's not much. So we'll sell that New Holland. The cultivator we really won't need anymore, because the Seadrill will cultivate itself, so we can sell the cultivator. And we will have all the grain that we got to sell at some point. So maybe by next spring we might be able to do something like that for the Seadrill. yeah, ways off. You know, it's fun to get the farm. I always have fun trying to get a farm started because you got to do a lot of thinking, try to do it the proper way. I am trying to do it by not digging into a loan. We paid off, you know, when we start off normally you get a 75 grand loan, but we paid that off. And we really haven't touched it since. We bought in fields, bought in a lot of equipment. A lot of the grass work we've done, we haven't sold that because it's been going right back into our animals. That's a big pile of straw. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this field, head over to that field, and make some bales that way. And then I'll meet you down probably at the cow farm, so we can get that trailer up here. We got to empty it because it's got hay on it. So we got some work to do down there before we come back up here and stack these things. So, like always, I'll see you in a second. Alright, I know I said I was going to see you at the cow patch, but I just wanted to bring it back just for a second, just to really show. So like I said, this John Deere is like 50 or so horsepower, maybe 70 horsepower, more than what the baler needs. And as we go uphill, you can see we're doing like 4 miles an hour when it can bale at 12. So yeah, on this map, you need a lot more horsepower than what the machine calls for, just because of the hills, which I like that. You have to put some thought into what you get, but yeah, I just wanted to bring it back just for that quick second to show you. So like on that horse seeder, I think we need to go like 100 horsepower over what it requires just because of the hills, because that hill there is not even one of the biggest hills on this upper part of the map. Okay, so now I'll see you down at the cows in a quick second. And here we are down with the moo cows. At least this time before I came down, well, I'll be honest, I got about a quarter of the way down the field before I realized I needed the front lift. So now that we're down here, I was checking to see how many bales we made today. 61 bales out of those 2 fields. Not bad. So the moo cows could use some straw, which something I want to see. Hay, 1 bale right now maybe. Alright, so what we'll do is back up to this little bad boy. That's close enough. Alright. We're down here, we got the trailer, might as well oh crap, I almost forgot. I got to undo the straps, because if I go walk up to it and hit R to unstrap it, I'll cut a bale as well. Don't want to do that. So I think I just want 1 bale. Easy. No. Alright, whatever. And yep, they're good. I was trying to see if there's a little sliver there. I'd put that on there, but it's not enough to worry about. I was thinking about what to do with this 1 bale to slow it back up on the trailer. It's not going to be on there great, but it'll be on there. Alright, because what we're going to do now is head on over to the mixer. Make sure I put those straps on. And I think I can turn it around in here. Yes, we can. You just hang on, ladies. Some more good food will be coming your way shortly. And I gotta be careful with this I'm not used to using the dolly on this thing, but that trailer has almost tipped over a couple times on me when I make fast, sharp turns. I really need to stop doing that. And I took that corner too sharp. At some point we'll have a truck, and it won't be long. I thought about spoiling myself because the truck I really do want. I thought from all the hard work that we've been doing on the farm, I should spoil myself and get one. But I've been holding off on that. Alright. Those bales on that side are getting a little bit questionable. Alright, and then we'll do that. So at 4,000, they're going to take somewhere around 14 of these things. No, I don't want to lift up the whole trailer. I just want... I don't have the locking strip on, which I probably should have at this point. Like I'm doing a lot of turning. Now I do need to be careful. I don't want to use all the bales, obviously, because we got winter coming. We'll have to feed it. Well, the sheep got some bales up there. But we need to keep some for the moo cows as well. I should put the locking strip on, but what fun would that be? Having only 10 cows, we're not going to need much hay to get through the winter months. Uh, 4,000. So this will probably be the last 3 bales I take. Because that'll put us at 52, which is just about at capacity for the mixer. So that's good. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves us with 12 bales, which is quite a bit for the cows and the sheep for the winter, I think. Yeah, I can't. I mean, another bale wouldn't really suffice for that. So let's hook this back up. Nope, on the wrong tool. There we go. Oh, I gotta back this up. This ought to be fun. Alright, let's turn this around. Hopefully the trailer doesn't tip over on me. And yeah, look out for traffic. That'd be another good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go unload these underneath this shed over here. And then, did I take that corner too sharp again? I did. I really got to get used to having the dolly on this thing. That turns a little bit tighter than I'm used to. But we'll put the hay bales in the second stall. So I need to do that first and then do that. So I'm going to get to that and I'll see you in a second. Alright, back up at the field, or fields. Our guy has finished cultivating this field here, and he's waiting to do some work. So what I think I'm going to do just for the one field, we're going to auto load one field just to get it cleared out so you can get to working. Square bales. Yes, square bales. Work position X. So as I go around, I should be able to pick them right up. Now this is just to get our course play worker going. So you can get, I like to get this cultivated and seeded today, but with the rain coming, I don't know what that's going to do for us or how long it's going to rain. And we do have so many bales that I got to make 2 trips with the trailer anyways, because it only holds 30, and I think we got 61 bales. But yeah, you gotta love auto-loading trailers when you need them, right? I mean, because at this point right now, I'd be just loading my first stack of 3, and that's with a auto-loading fork on the front. Actually, I probably should have started with that field over there, because I don't think I'm going to be able to empty this field with one trailer. Now I know I also said that we were going to make this all one field, but we're not ready to do that yet. And with the fall season upon us, I think we're just going to seed these fields now, and we'll join them together next spring, after we harvest these fields, obviously. Still got more trees to cut down, hedges to remove. So we're not going to be able to quite clear this field at all. Actually, what I can do... Is there only 3 bales left in this field? I thought I had... There we go. Yeah, I think there's only 3 bales in this field. We'll just take the 3 bales on the tractor. Like that. Let's get this out of this field here. And yep, we'll tab over to this guy. Fire it up. Now you got to cultivate this field because our seed roll he can't cultivate. Alright, so what field number is this? 35? 34. Field work. 34. We are in the northeast corner. Oops, and we're heading west. Right? Yep, that looks good there. So we don't want to see that. Get rid of that. Alright. You do you, fella. We're going to head down to the moo cows. So I'll meet you down at the moo cows. Oh, what? Why not? Well, let's make it look good. I got the script on. They shouldn't go anywhere, but so I got to turn work position off. Oh, okay, alright, I know what's going on there. No biggie. We don't need them. Shouldn't need them. And there's a fence there as well. So, yeah, getting this dolly and trailer in here was kind of a chore as well. Because the turning rate, you know, the John Deere forks were hitting the hedges, and then I had to turn quicker. And then the trailer got caught on the corner. And with 3 bales on the front, I really can't see where I'm going. So eventually I'll get down to the moo cows, and I'll see you down there. After I run into almost everything. Well, actually made it down here, but not much of a problem. A few close calls with some cars coming down the hill in the corners, but it all worked out. That's the wrong section. We need to go to the other section. So we're going to the Total Mix Rations mixer first. I think if I just park this right here, if I go like that. Alright, we're going to zoom in. How much straw this holds? So this will take 10. Are you telling me it doesn't take... Oh, I know what's going on, because I think I got the collision thing on. There we go. That would explain. I'm like, oh man, don't tell me I gotta bring it down as loose straw, not bale straw. Yeah, so it's gonna take 10, so there's 3, so I gotta take at least 2 more and 1 off of here. And also I got that in the working position, so that's on auto load as well, so I gotta go back to this. Acting like a pure rookie now, aren't I? Alright, so G, I forgot what it is to stop work. I don't want to unload. Change to fuel selection, unload center. B, unload center. No, I had it. There we go. So now they're unloaded. Sort of. Alright. Now you should let me take those. Thank you. I forgot that was an auto load. Too many auto loads and buttons and whatnot. Okay, so now it's Z. I'm on the wrong tool, that's why it's not doing it. There we go. Gotta know your buttons, man. Gotta know your buttons. And it doesn't help when you play other games and you're getting your buttons confused. So one more bale. So let me turn. I think it's off. Is it? Yeah, it should think it's off because I would have grabbed more than that. So now we're just missing some silage. And basically what we got in the pit is I got enough to fill that twice, but we should not even need that much for the cows. We only got 10, so they're not going to take too much. Now the only thing I thought of is that when we empty the Total Mix Rations out of there, I don't think I have any place to store Total Mix Rations other than in the trailer itself. I do have... okay. Go ahead, dude. I do have a silo mod that'll accept any. So, I mean, I may put that down. It's a funky looking silo, but it may work because that holds pig food, but it doesn't store Total Mix Rations. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. Can I get in here? Well, thank you, I did. Alright. Unstrap. And change tool to that. And then change tool to that. I'm going to turn the auto loading feature back on because I can. And the first thing I'm going to do is just make sure the moo cows, because I think they were in the orange on straw. Yeah, they're not that They don't desperately need it, but we're down here. This is loaded up. Oops. And if I go Z. Pick it back up. So the cows are good in straw for a while. I think that's going to last more than 3 days. So they're good here, good here. They're still taking grass out of the pasture, and eventually today, well, that silage should be done not too long from now. You're going to grab that one on the bale, aren't you? Come on. Fall down. Okay, you want to fall down that way? Alright, fine, be that way. I'll stack this. Right here then. So once again, I'm going to kind of cheaty this by loading up 3 bales at a time, because I don't want to knock all these over. Even if I did, not that big of a deal. Somehow I got the... There we go. Yeah, I was really cheating. I almost got 4 on that. So give me just a minute or so, and I'll bring it back. If I can line this up. Man, I am just clipping every corner with this trailer because I'm not used to doing it with a tractor and dolly. Of course, I bring it back. Thought I was going to clip that one, and I didn't. So, all right then. Let's get in this field. What I want to make sure though is I want to make sure axe work position. It should be off. Yeah. I'll leave it on square bales, but it should be off. We want it off for this section. If it happens to load a couple, then it does, but I think it's off. It is. Let's try to get it a little bit more on a flat ground, not next to the gate. There we go. Oh, well, I'm going to love when I finally get a truck. But what I wanted to see was this, because we got a lot of bales. Alright, so times 10, that's what we may do with these straw bales, because we got a lot of straw bales down there, we may sell these. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get somewhere in the vicinity of, what, near 8,000, if we have 30 of them, which I think we're just shy of 30. I think that's what we're going to do, is sell these. And like I said before, worst comes to worst, we do have like where I can buy bales, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. I'm on the wrong tool, that's why it's not working. Ha 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 ha. So where did that bale come from? Okay, I didn't know it was near a bale, but that's okay. Kind of surprised me for a second. As you probably heard, I said, whoa, that bale just popped up out of nowhere. So if someone can tell me in the comments below if they know about seasons, I don't think it affects straw in the rain. I think it takes longer for the straw to decay, unlike grass, which, you know, happens in like a millisecond, seems like. Alright, those bales, I better redo those bales. Is that going to pick them up now? Come on. Thank you. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to remember if straw decays in the weather. And I don't remember. That's better. That's better. So we need to get this field cleaned up so our New Holland can get over here and cultivate this. And let's go into seasons mode just for a second. So we can plant a few things actually. Obviously not this stuff right here. But we can do wheat, barley, or canola. We might do barley just because we just did wheat. But we can also plant rye, spelt, and triticale. But I'm kind of thinking barley because we did wheat. We'll do barley now. Canola would be nice, but I just want to make sure I do either wheat or barley, just so I know we can get more straw in the springtime. Just in case we happen to be running low on straw, we'll have some. And I just hit the wrong button. There we go. That way we have straw in the spring, just in case, to do what we want with. Sell it, maybe make more total mix rations, because maybe next year when the farm really gets a good foothold on itself, we can start thinking about getting more cows. But you know, we need to really make sure that the cow's health is good. I don't think the collision is on that, so I want to stack those up. There they go. So I forgot I detached it. I'm doing a whole bunch of horror bad today on the wrong buttons and everything. So I do apologize for that. But hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'll even show my mistakes. I don't care. Because I think mistakes when we play video games are funny. Huh. I see a bale down there. Don't I? It's hiding in the shade. But I'm glad I got the square baler. I've always liked the square baler just for the reason that when you buy the round baler, yes, it is cheaper. I'm just checking for other bales just in case. I mean, a map like this, our round bales let's be going everywhere. I think I fell in love with the square baler when I played on what's that map in FS15? Bjornholm. Had some hills there, and I had a round baler, and after a while I'm like, this isn't working. Why are they going everywhere? So I said that maybe that's why the square baler is that much more expensive. That's one thing I couldn't figure out, was why the square baler that much more expensive over the round baler. You know, I don't know the inner workings of a baler. I mean, I know how it works, but I don't know why it would be that much more expensive for the square baler over the round baler. Is it just because but the one thing wrong with the square baler, now I know in the Coon DLC you can get a wrapper for square bales. But yeah, the round baler you can make silage of it because it's easier to get a wrapper, and I don't have the Coon DLC because I'm cheap. No, it's not that I'm cheap. I just think some of the Farming Simulator DLCs are way more expensive than they should be. That's just my opinion. But now that I'm making YouTube videos, when 19 comes out and they come up with DLC, I may delve into it a little bit more just to keep the videos more exciting. How many more bales we got? Like at least another 2 loads, no problem. So maybe I won't fill the trailer. I think I'm going to be too short in filming the trailers, I thought. Does that make sense? Let's see, I got another one. Yeah, that's about right. And I don't know if my microphone is picking up, but actually, I think my farmer up the street might be doing some mowing himself. Right outside my house right now. He might be mowing the grass on the side of the road. I live up in the sticks on a dead-end road, a dirt road, so he mows the side of the grass for us, going up and down. He's got a lot of old equipment. Old. Oh, really? You can pick that up? Reasons? Thank you. I thought we only made 61. Wasn't it 61? This trailer holds 30, doesn't it? And we went down with a... wow, I gotta count again, I guess. So this should hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, because I can fit 2 more. Yeah. See, I can't. I'm all out of whack today. Hitting wrong buttons, I can't count. I can fit 2 more. Yeah. All right. So where was I? You know what? I'll see you in a second so I can catch my thoughts back up because I'm all clustered right now. I'll see you in a second. All right. So a few problems. One, yeah, he's stuck over there against the fence. 2, I didn't leave myself enough room with my lousy stacking to get another load on because in theory you would think enough of those bales would be on the back of the trailer where the weight would stabilize it and stay on the trailer. It will not. So we're going to have to do it this way, which is fine. So what we'll do with the last load of bales, we'll have to leave on the fork. And we'll go down the sell point that way. Should only be 1 bale left anyways. There we go. Make just a quick look around here. Well, that should be the right amount. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down here, hook up to the trailer. We're going to lock these bales in by strapping it. And because of the way the field is set up with the fence that close, Horseplay is going to have a little bit of a hard time. I could hire a worker, but turn that off. I think for what's left, okay, I wasn't trying to change that. He's only got a little bit of the field left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a jump cut here because I'm going to finish cultivating this field by myself. Stop, driver. Thank you for your help, though. So I want to finish cultivating this field by myself, and then I'll set him up for the other field that we just took the bales out of. And then I'll meet you as I'm driving down to the sell point for straw, which I gotta remember roughly where that is. It's on the map, but I think it's over by the sawmill somewhere, give or take. So I'll be at this for about a few minutes, and I'll see you in a second. Well, this is certainly taking me longer than I thought. These small implements, the plow, cultivator, and seed drill that we start off with, being just 3 meters wide makes you realize, yes, I'm glad I'm not, this is why I hire a worker to use this stuff, because man, oh man, it takes a while. I got a couple patches I just want to grab, because if I don't, it'll annoy me. There's one. Let's lift that up so we can gain some speed here. And 2. And we'll bring him over to, let's see, what field is it? Because when I set it up, I got to know what field it is. Field 31. And then we'll hop in the John Deere, pick up that bale that came off. I already forgot. Did I say 31? I did say 31. Okay. Alright. Let's see. That's correct. That's correct. Field 31. We're in the northwest corner, and we're going to be heading east. We'll just take a quick peek at it, make sure it's right. Looks good. Can you drive the course, sir, ma'am? You seem to be a little bit off there, sir. So maybe he doesn't quite know where the field's edge is on here. That's no problem. We can take care of the edges ourselves in a minute. We'll have to watch when he gets up here to see what he does. But he's off just a little bit on the edge. That's fine. As long as he turns to the right when he gets up here, which he should. He may get stuck on these trees up here. Maybe even the hedge as well. Yep. Alright, stop, driver. Alright, let's recalculate this. Headlands. Okay, let's reset this a little bit. Alright. Alright, so now we're doing some headlands. Start of the location is going to be the, what corner are we in? Northeast corner now. And we're heading south, correct? Alright, I gotta redo that. Oh crap, nope, 31. Northeast corner heading south. Calculate. That should be good. Yeah, it seems like the field edge on this field is off a little bit for course play. But now we should be doing some headlands. And we'll have to come back later on and touch it up ourselves. But it looks like the field edge is just off a little bit on this one. That's fine. That's as long as he gets most of it done. Alright. I thought that bale was not on the... Okay, whatever. But we need to move our tractor because here he comes. So let's get out of this guy's way so he can do his thing. And hopefully I can get out of here without that trailer hitting anything. I'll wait until I get on the main road, but I think I know where I'm going for the straw to sell it. Uh-oh. Took it maybe just not wide enough, or short enough I should say. Alright, so if we look here... Alright, it's actually, yeah, if I go towards the sawmill, I don't think there's a road there, so I have to go up over the bridge. Or I can go straight and down this road and brings me right to it. Sorry, dude. I was checking out, you know, my map and things. Let's lower that so we can see where we're going. At least see where I'm going, and I'll meet you down at the sell point. And a flash. Certainly was adventurous going downhill with this thing. The trailer almost tipped over a couple times, even at slow speeds. I'm not used to that, you know. It never really does that when it's on a truck, but on a dolly, it's a little wacky. So if I go... Oh, it's already taken them, huh? I want to sell that one as well. Actually, the bales are selling more than the... Weren't they like 270 something? But they sold for 418. Interesting. Sold bales. So I got... Wow. Thank you for that, 11.7. I was not expecting that. I was thinking somewhere around 8, but the bales sold a lot more, for a lot more than what that mod was showing. We're fine with that, aren't we? I sure am. So now we're going to bring this trailer and dolly back to the moo cows. We'll leave it down here because we should be done with it for now. The only thing I could use it for is the wool, but unless there's a great demand for wool and it's up around 9 in the 9 grand area, we're not selling it. We'll have to wait until springtime when that price is at a better... I have no idea what the wool is selling for at the moment, but in the springtime it should be a lot better than it is now. Because usually fall is when everyone stops cutting up their sheep. Well, shaving their sheep for wool, and they bring it just to get rid of it. They all go to sell it. Probably could have went that way for a change, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna like when I finally get a truck, because this trailer keeps wanting to tip over on me when it's got a load on it. Even sometimes when it doesn't have a load on it, the dolly just seems to rock more on the dolly than anything. And I still can't get used to making the corners with it on a dolly. So the silage, I did check on the silage when I got done unloading the straw bales, and the silage is at like 43%. So we're going to put the trailer there. Now, I've been kind of wanting to try out the seed mixer, if you will. The thing that makes seed. I never used it because, well, maybe I should just try it here. So it takes liquid fertilizer and grain. We got grain, obviously. I just don't know what the output is from liquid fertilizer to grain and how many seeds you get. So let me see here. If we go to pallets. Well, it's not that much for a liquid fertilizer tank. So we will do that. Thank you. Since we made more from the bales than I thought, we'll spend a little bit. And I gotta see if this is worth it, because I never really tried it out. I had it on another map and the mod didn't really work on the other map for some reason. And then when the map updated, it was removed. So I don't know if it was a problem with the map or the mod of that. So let's go grab this liquid fertilizer. Now, I did finally see a mod to make your own liquid fertilizer, but that's going to require like a truck and all that kind of stuff. Am I going to be able to cheat the system here? Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to cheat the system here. It wouldn't work if I... Oh, because I had... yeah, because I had the collision on. That's why I didn't recognize that. Alright, we should be good to go. Whole bunch of fails in this video. Me having the wrong auto sections on when they should be off, and when they're off, when I want them on, they're off. Just gotta be careful with bringing this to there, because I don't need to go around the corner, have it go flying off and go down into the river or something. So this is 2,000 liters, so I don't know how much this takes. I'm guessing it's going to take more than this. If I turn this on, only at 6%. Holy crap. That can take a lot of liquid fertilizer. So I may have to do more research of finding out like a liquid fertilizer maker, because I did, like I said, I've showed this before, but I'll show it again. I have the mod that makes the solid fertilizer. Where is it? This right here. To output fertilizer, and that just makes solid fertilizer, not liquid fertilizer. And I could put straw, digestate, liquid manure, potato, sugar beet manure, or silage. The only thing I'm going to use is the cow manure. Yeah, and that we're going to make the fertilizer so we can fertilize our fields that way. So I may do some more research for solid fertilizer. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this fork down here where all the straw bales and hay bales are. Let me go grab the trailer, the only trailer we got the Josk in. I'm going to load up some grain. I'm going to bring some grain down. We'll see what how much it produces from what we put into it. Won't be today in today's episode, but I'll bring it back when I'm back down here with some seed to put in there. So I'm hoping I brought down, I know it said grain. I don't know if that means just any kind of grain, but I brought down some cereal grain as in wheat, because we got a bunch of it. And I'm hoping it can take this much. I assume it would, because it took a lot more liquid fertilizer than I was expecting. Hopefully it takes all of it. I can turn the beacons off. So obviously it's going to take a little time to get started. So if we just do this for a couple seconds, there we go. Alright, so I'm just trying to figure out. So I brought down 6,000. Alright, so basically for every grain of seed you put in, that's going to be, yeah. Let me rephrase that. For how much grain you put in, it looks like that's the amount of seed that you get. That's what it's looking like it's going to be. I'm probably going to run out of fertilizer though. But that's fine. We do need some seed, that's why I was doing it. But I think what I'm going to do is, after I get done recording this episode, which is just about now, I'll have to go back on the mod hubs and all that kind of stuff and see what kind of liquid fertilizers there are to produce your own. That way we don't have to buy it at the store. I mean, if I can find something that would make it via manure or liquid digestate or something like that, maybe I'll do that. But for now, because we do need some seed, if I teleport, I have no way to teleport because I sold the pickup truck. I'll go up to the barn because we're running low on seed and we need to seed those 3 fields. But that'll do its thing. I'm hoping this Joskin trailer can take some seed. If not, then well, we'll figure it all out. And hopefully by the next episode, the silage should be ready. We got to seed those fields up there. But as for today, that is going to do it, guys. So I appreciate you watching like always. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.